Matrimandir is located on a ridge, and any water body built here will impact the settlements downstream in a region that is already struggling with water security. The gigantic Matrimandir Lake, which is currently underway, will require multiple sources of water, including ground and desalinated water. The aquifers in the whole district are overexploited, and groundwater level has been declining because the recharge from rainfall is not sufficient to compensate for the extraction. In such a context, the lake that is being realized is a potential flashpoint for social conflict with the region. Therefore, it is imperative to have an alternative design where the Matrimandir Lake would be a rain-fed water body. The traditional system of water management in Tamil Nadu ensured water security for both domestic and agricultural purposes. It was felt that the alternative design could learn from this system. A task force was created to prepare a design brief that would frame the aesthetic, environmental, functional, and technical parameters and undertake the preparation of an alternative design. An aesthetic water body is one that is living, with aquatic flora and fauna, with an undulating shoreline and shading trees. It should be rain-fed, capturing the runoff from the outer gardens and city. No ground or desalinated water will be used to fill or top off the lake. The functional and technical aspects were that the lake had to be integrated into the natural topography of the area, with the minimum depth needed for a natural, balanced, freshwater habitat without resort to electromechanical devices. The soil excavated to create the lake should be minimized and could be used in creating earth berms and hillocks in the park that surrounds the lake. The task force consulted a critically acclaimed Indian landscape planner and architect who is experienced in working with the coastal tropical climatic zone to ask him if it was possible to make a lake with such a brief. He prepared a preliminary design concept that demonstrates it is not only possible, but it can be beautiful too. For a rain-fed lake on a plateau, harvesting of the stormwater runoff from the catchment areas of the city is the key. The land slopes from 54 to 50.5 meters east to west, causing a flow of water resulting in a shifting degree of permanence experienced across seasons. As per the framework provided by Design Brief, the lake width was fixed at a maximum of 100 meters and minimum of 30 meters, so that Matrimandir and its gardens would be perceived as an island surrounded by a lake. The lake visually oscillates between being a threshold and barrier, separating the sacred from the worldly, gradually transitioning from the material context of the township to the spiritual island of the Matrimandir. The concept design proposal has the oval pathway encircling the Matrimandir gardens as the inner edge of the lake, while allows the outer edge to respond continuously to the changing profiles of the landscape. The long cross-section as indicated on the key plan looks at the outer gardens, the inner gardens, the Matrimandir, the banyan tree, and the amphitheater, indicating the slope from the higher ground in the east to west. This water-land interface is designed to enhance the visual and experiential quality with ecologically sound responses. A changing landscape, as one traverses the outer shore, moves from introspective to active, shaped by the topography of the land. The outer gardens move from a series of grasslands and rocky outcrops, channeling the runoff as it reaches the water's edge on the east. Then, passing over formal structured gardens and pathways of the Matrimandir garden, it diffuses into natural landscapes of the outer gardens. Along the western edge, with the existing groves of native vegetation, a permanence of water could be established throughout the year, creating an immersive experience. And the outer gardens will be a diversity of landscapes for meadows, sensory gardens, and tree groves, with connecting pathways and walking trails. This concept shows a direction of design for the Matrimandir Lake that is inclusive and aesthetic, while providing for a living water body.